Fáilte go léir, how are you? You're all very welcome to this, our last session, unfortunately, for the summer. We'll be excited to be back in September. The cue cards are reading, here in the room. But we're very excited to have Ian Lynch joining us today, this evening, so big round of applause. But as has become a forced tradition, we're going to kick it off with the Bride of Drogheda, Mr. the bride of Monster's Bride. Jerry, would you please take us away with a song?
Far distant, lies fires though brave, no tombstone memorial shall hallow his grave. For his bones they lie scattered on the rude soil of Spain. And young Jamie Foyers in battle was slain. He worked at the shipyard that stands on the Clyde. His hammer lies idle, his tools laid aside. To the wide Ebro River young Foyers has gained, to fight by the side of the people of Spain. There none was his equal at work or at play. He was strong in the Union till his dying day. He was grand at the football, at the dance he was braw. Oh, young Jamie Foyers was the flood of them all. He came home from the shipyard, took off his working clothes. Oh, I mind the time well in the long summer days. He said, thinking a long lassie, I'll come back again. But young Jamie Foyers in battle was slain. At the fight for Belchita, he was there to the fore. He fought at Gandesa till he could fight no more. For he lay o'er his machine gun with a bullet in his brain. Young Jamie Foyers in battle was slain. Far distant, lies Foyers though brave. No tombstone memorial shall hallow his grave. For his bones they lie scattered on the rude soil of Spain. And young Jamie Foyers in battle was slain.
Great. Wow. Wow. in as fine a voice as ever. Unbelievable. But that side of the room is sounding very nice, so I wonder if we could keep it to that table. Sean Faulkner or Gilly Cullen, who's going to take it now? Who's going to take it next?
Go on, you go first.
Keep it.
Here.
Keep it
Sean
going.
Faulkner.
Oh no, clockwise.
By a pleasant glade as for pleasure I strayed, one clear dewy evening in spring. The trees green were budding, young lambkins were playing, and the birds did melodiously sing. By a bank of daisies a fair maid I spied, the flowers at her feet by her tears they were dyed. Alas, are ye gone, my dear Jamie, she cried, from your Ellen and Erin the green. I modestly asked her the cause of her sorrow, and these words unto me she did say, my tears do fall down for James Carraher's murder, in the flower of his youth turn away. No man had he injured, no harm had he done, and of riots and quarrels he always did shun. Oh, but hard was the fate of the poor widow's son, who was murdered in Erin the green. He being a man of upright behavior, with fervor he loved all mankind, and the spirit of party, that scourge of our nation, never entered James Carraher's mind. But because he supported the church that is true, and he feared not the purple, nor orange, nor blue, Mac-Menemee that night he pierced his heart through, and his blood spilled in Erin the green. And as he lay dying, his red gore was seeping, his lily white hand it did stain. And that base Sergeant Levins did use the expression that he well deserved to be slain. His mother lamented both sadly and sore, as homeward his poor bleeding body they bore, saying, I'll wander this earth, since my Jamie's no more, and bid farewell to Erin the green. But if he had belonged to that murderous faction that had banished content from our land, his murderers, they would have been brought to justice at trial in Dundalk, where they'd stand. But self-defense said the justice of the verdict, I'm sure. But all knew that the peelers both perjury swore. Now James Carraher's soul still for mercy does roar, for his blood spilled in Erin the green.
Good job. We might call in just to check, as is custom, whether Seamus Shields has finally been let into that pub. But first, we're on such a roll there. Gilly, would you do one more from that table before we go over to the Zoom to check in with them?
No problem, yeah.
Thank you so much. Gilly Cullen, everybody. Gilly, my apologies.
Or to see Madame of Bedlam, 10,000 miles I travel. Mad Maudlin goes on dirty toes, for to save her shoes from gravel. Still I sing, bonny boys, bonny mad boys, Bedlam boys are bonny, for they all go bare and they live by the air, and they want no drink nor money. I went down to Satan's kitchen for to beg me food one morning, and there I got souls piping hot, all on the spit a-turning. Still I sing, bonny boys, bonny mad boys, Bedlam boys are bonny, for they all go bare and they live by the air, and they want no drink nor money. Me staff has murdered giants, and me bag a long knife carries, for to cut mince pies from children's thighs, with which to feed the fairies. Still I sing, bonny boys, bonny mad boys, Bedlam boys are bonny, for they all go bare and they live by the air, and they want no drink nor money. The spirit's white as lightning would on me travels guide me. The moon would quake and the stars would shake, Whenever they espied me, still I sing, bonny boys, bonny mad boys, Bedlam boys are bonny, for they all go bare and they live by the air, and they want no drink nor money. And when that I have murdered the man in the moon to powder, his staff I'll break and his dog I'll shake, and they'll howl no demon louder. Still I sing, bonny boys, bonny mad boys, Bedlam boys are bonny, for they all go bare and they live by the air, and they want no drink nor money. For to see Mad Tom of Bedlam, 10,000 miles I travel. Mad Maudlin goes on dirty toes, for to save her shoes from gravel. Still I sing, bonny boys, bonny mad boys, Bedlam boys are bonny, for they all go bare and they live by the air, and they want no drink nor money.
Lovely, Jenny.
Thank you, Jenny. Lovely. Jilly Cullen, that was magic. Now, will we jump over Cara Seamus? Are you there? And let's see if we can unmute you.
Oh, there he is.
No.
How are you?
Whoa.
That's great. Thanks very much. I've moved up the street a bit, you may have noticed. I'm still outside the pub, but I'm a bit further up the street. So, you know, I live in hope.
You'll get in one day, yeah.
One day. Yeah. Well, this month was the 110th anniversary of the death of James Connolly. So this is a song about James Connolly. It's called The 12th of May. On a dark May morn, just before the dawn, he lies silently on his bed. After a restful night has offered some respite from thoughts of what lies ahead. Yet for all the pain, he'd do it all the same. If these days he had to replay, for without regret his course is set and leads here to the 12th of May. But as his mind retreats into old memories, he is back in Troy once more, fighting day and night, for workers' rights on the street and the factory floor. Then on to North Belfast, we're loyal to the last. The mill girls win the day, in spite of hypocrites in their high pulpits, who their disdain for the poor display. Then as workers meet down in Sackville Street, defying Dublin Castle's law, his friend Big Jim appears to rousing cheers that swell to a thundering roar. The dispossessed, so long repressed, finding hope on an August day, a new hope that would survive batons and blood, and carry him to the 12th of May. On Easter Monday morn, he walks out through the door to his comrades formed up in line, with a backward glance through the green-clad ranks at the old hall for one last time. Then into Abbey Street, knowing that defeat is assured in a few more days. But this sacrifice is a willing price he will pay on the 12th of May. On his final night, lilies at his side, his partner and best friend. It's been a full life, he tells his wife, and isn't this a good end? As his stretcher is raised, he holds her in his gaze, as the gods carry him away. Then strapped to a chair, he whispers one last prayer as they take aim on the 12th of May. And just before they fire, he recalls the child splashing through the pouring rain. As a mother's voice calls out for her boys through the Cowgate's narrow lane. To her plaintive cry he utters in reply, I'll be home now, straight away. And at a veiled sunrise, as a frail man dies, a legend's born on the 12th of May. James Connolly.
Well done, Seamus. Brilliant. And
Thanks.
thank you for the reminder. It's nice. Most people associate the ballad of James Connolly, the one that Patrick Galvin wrote, as probably the most sang and covered James Connolly song. And surely it will be heard at the Robert Tressel Festival in 2 weeks. So that's the big socialist gathering of Dublin. I'll be musical director for that. So we have some amazing acts, some Sean McKenna who's been here, and some Palestinian singers, and I know Mayor Mumdani will be calling in, and all sorts of mad things going on. So that'll be a good crack in 2 weeks. It's in the RDS if you want to spread the word about that. But I'd love to pop over now. Joyce, will you do an original song or something for us? We have to.
It's not an original.
Let's just say you wrote it for the sake of it.
Actually, this came into my mind when Emma was here a couple of months ago,
Yeah.
Emma Langford, and she mentioned Rhiannon Giddens, and I'd forgotten I used to sing this, so I've been trying to learn. I hope I can do it justice.
Lovely.
I think it's kind of appropriate because it's about a mother and daughter talking to each other, and I think there's probably a lot same thing going on between mums and fathers, parents, and little children at the moment around the world. So I'll start. It's called "We Could Fly."
Lovely.
Mama, dear Mama, look in yonder tree. See that pretty little sparrow looking back at me. She can soar above the clouds, way up in the sky. She can fly away from here. Why, oh, why can't I? Daughter, dear daughter, what I say is true. Remember Gran Eliza, well, every night she flew. They tried to keep her down, but there was nothing they could do. She could fly, she could fly. She could slip the bonds of earth and rise so high. She could fly across the river, the spirit in her hands, searching, always searching for the promised land. Mama, dear Mama, Mama, tell tell me more. I feel it trembling in my arms I never felt before. Daughter, dear daughter, listen to what I say. Your granny always told me you'd feel that way someday. 'Cause every time she'd look at you, she'd see the old time ways. When we could fly, we could fly. We could slip the bonds of earth and rise so high. We could fly across the mountains, the spirit in our hands, searching, always searching for the promised land. Mama, dear mama, come and stand by me. Feel a lightness in my feet, a longing to be free. My heart, it is a shaking with an old, old song. I hear the voices saying it's time for moving on. She took her mama by the hand. They rose up in the air. They held each other tight and they flew away from there. They held each other tight and they flew away from there. They held each other tight and then they flew away from there. They could fly, they could fly. They could slip the bonds of earth and rise so high. They could fly across the ocean together, hand in hand, searching, always searching for the promised land. Yes, they could fly, they could fly. They could slip the bonds of earth and rise so high. They could fly across the ocean together, hand in hand, searching, always searching for the promised land.
Oh.
Well done, great.
What had you think of that from Emma Langford's set? Did she mention
Rhiannon Giddens.
Yeah, because they're both living in Limerick.
Oh, is that
Did
it?
you know Rhiannon?
I didn't.
It's
Well,
amazing.
I'm familiar with her work, and I've gone
Yeah.
to see her several occasions.
It's amazing.
She's an incredible, like, I
It's
mean,
amazing. She's
her
a
repertoire is
pioneer
just-
of the banjo and bringing it back to what it was so
Of
many
course,
thousands of
and
years ago, and of North Carolina sort of Americana folk, and yet she's beside Emma Langford in Limerick, as it turns out, for the last 10
well,
years.
there
So
you
there
That's
you go.
probably why I haven't mentioned her, but
there
she's
you
just
go.
an incredible.
In Dublin in a few weeks.
She's playing in Dublin, I think in September, if I remember right.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Oh,
Rhiannon
soon.
Giddens.
Oh, look, do you know what? If you could get her.
We get her, of course.
Oh,
of course.
wow. Incredible.
But for now, we'd be delighted to hear a song from Anne. Anne, over there, are you going to do a Rihanna number now?
No, I'm retreating to Belmullet in County Mayo.
Gorgeous. Nowhere better.
Courtualanu is the name of the place where the song is set. It's southwest of Belmullet. And Nellie, the poor man is in love with Nellie, but she doesn't want him. La brother Iris Madjin E trilgo mer Courtualanu Kea de kinach Nelly gol harum Sporo ya seal yagan sasnu Via graboni skillen on alla Na leis nach de mine tram on lei. Gus a story nach truliat machase. Mar is lag lubach a dogge tu me. Ta chachin jas glo it jas an launam. Agus bí man go huig nach lom hein. Skotjokach man eli korjan. You're in pogin jas millish the bail. Nach mi calling jas a croch live lum. Sa yokok sa chakam le mi. Ach a wain shilio or buigos diamonds. She nelly toi gjartlar mochri. Kein tiente stala sa cantala. Kein tiente stamri shak machri. Kein tiente stamahu eleveliata. Is a lichti jore hilshieleni. O ta me chin bronach le father. Der mo winter gar a rymach nu. Eik jarke ga geir an galin. Tana koni gorchwalenu. Ach broner am che nach min kriena. Snach nienen gach ni maris korn. Maris mische me hein a vik jontach. Nach njache mein am fuina korn. O you're in je clu agus coilde. Ach nil gwiragam large lane small. Is go shulhin shach riachtan na heron. Leis an berla toi gorchwalenu.
Lovely, Anne. Ian, take that. While we're down that side of the room and that Ian has gone to the bathroom, the Bell, Tony and Tim of the Caulfield Collective, the Caulfield Crusaders, what are you going to sing for us there?
Cocannon, you know,
Mary Black,
song there.
of course.
So you're welcome to join in the chorus there.
Lovely
as
stuff.
we go along.
Mash Shiv, well done. In your own time.
Well, did you ever make Cocannon made with lovely pickled cream? And the greens and scallops mingle like a picture in a dream. Did you ever make a hole on top to hold the melting flake of the creamy flavoured butter that our mothers used to make? Oh, you did, so you did, so did he, and so did I. And the more I think about it, sure, the nearer I'm to cry. Weren't them the happy days when troubles we knew not, and our mothers made Cocannon in the little skillet pot? Well, did you ever take potato cake and box tea to the school, tucked underneath your oxters with your books, your slate and rule? And the teacher wasn't looking, sure, a great big bite you'd take of the creamy flavoured, soft and melting sweet potato cake. Oh, you did, so you did, so did he, and so did I. And the more I think about it, sure, the nearer I'm to cry. Oh, weren't them the happy days when troubles we knew not, and our mothers made cold cannon in the little skillet pot? Well, did you ever go a-courting, boys? The evening sun went down, and the moon began a-peeping from behind the hill of down. And you wandered down the boreen where the Cluracán was seen, and you whispered love and praises to your own dear sweet Colleen. Oh, you did, so you did, so did he, and so did I. And the more I think about it, sure, the nearer I'm to cry. Oh, weren't them the happy days when troubles we knew not, and our mothers made cold cannon in the little skillet pot. Sinead.
That's it, short and sweet. Thank you.
We're flying towards the halfway point, so we better introduce our friend and special guest singer, Ian Lynch. Big round of applause for Ian. Ian's just back from touring his experimental noise music duo, which we earlier discussed, not in a Shano sense, in very much uilleann pipes and all sorts of distortion pedals and brilliant stuff. And an album is coming out tomorrow as well. Very exciting stuff anyway. But we're going back to the roots here. We're going unaccompanied, and we're absolutely delighted to have our friend Ian Lynch in. So, what are you going to sing for us?
Thanks a million, Fergus, and thanks for having me. I'm going to start off with a song called Maid on the Shore. I learned this version from the singing of John Lyons. We'll give it a shot. There was a fair maiden who lived all alone. She lived all alone by the shore, oh, and no one could she find for to calm her sweet mind than to wander alone by the shore, 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 than to wander alone by the shore. Oh. There was a brave captain who sailed a fine ship, the weather being steady and fair. Oh, I shall die, this brave captain did cry, if I can't have that maid on the shore, 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 if I can't have that maid on the shore. After many persuasions, they brought her on board. The captain pulled out her a chair, oh. He invited her down to his cabin below, and it's fare thee well, sorrow, dull care, oh. And it's fare thee well, sorrow, dull care, oh. I'll sing you a song, this fair maiden did say. The captain was weeping for joy, oh, and she sang so completely, so soft and so sweetly. She sang sailors and captains to sleep, sleep, sleep. She sang sailors and captains to sleep. Well, she robbed them of wealth, and she robbed them of gold. She robbed them of fine costly fare, oh, and the captain's broadsword she used for an oar, and she rowed herself back to the shore, 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 and she rowed herself back to the shore. Oh. Well, the men, they were mad, and the men, they were sad. The men were struck down in despair, oh, for to see her go away with her booty so gay, and her rings and fine things, and her fine fair, oh, and her rings and fine things, and fine fair, oh. Oh, do not be mad, nor struck down in despair, for you should have known me before, oh. For I sang you to sleep, and I robbed you of wealth. Once again, I'm a maid on the shore, shore, shore. Once again, I'm a maid on the shore. Oh. Thanks very much. I had a list of songs, but then as soon as people started singing, I started swapping them all around and getting different ideas. So instead of singing the song that I was going to sing, I'm going to sing a different one. This one's called The Banks of the Nile, and I got it from the singing of Dan McGonigal from Up and Inishowen. Oh, hark, the drums are beating, love, I can no longer stay. The bugle sweetly sounding, its call I must obey. We're ordered out from Portsmouth, for many's the long mile, to join the British Army on the banks of the Nile. Oh, Willie, dearest Willie, don't leave me here to mourn, for I will course and rue the day that ever I was born. For the parting of my own true love is the parting of my life. So stay at home, dear Willie, and I will be your wife. Oh, I'll cut off my yellow locks and come away with you. I will dress myself in men's attire and come to Egypt too. I'll fight and bear your banner, love, while fortune seems to smile, and we'll comfort one another on the banks of the Nile. Oh, Nancy, dearest Nancy, such things cannot be so. Our general gave the orders, no women there can go. We must forsake our own sweethearts, likewise our native soil, to join the British Army on the banks of the Nile. Your waist it is too splendid, love, your fingers are too small. I'm afraid you would not answer me when on you I would call. Your delicate constitution, love, couldn't bear an unwholesome clime. There are cold and sandy deserts on the banks of the Nile. A course upon this war, and the hour it first began. It robbed now poor old Ireland of many's a darling son. It took from us our own sweethearts, the protectors of our soil, and their bodies feed the worms on the banks of the Nile. So now the war is over and it's home we will return, to see our wives and sweethearts, and many's the darling son. We'll embrace them in our arms until the end of time, and we'll go no more to battle on the banks of the Nile. Thanks. Took my breath back after that one.
Do you want to do one more? We get an extra one from you in the second half, yeah?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
The one I'll do now is I was asked to sing a song at a concert which was held in memorial for the great collector Brandon Bratnock from the Liberties in Dublin, and I was looking like Brandon Bratnock would be very much associated with the instrumental tradition rather than the singing tradition, but I was looking through his collection in the archive, and I came across the following song in the first issue of Ceol, which was a magazine he edited and published and wrote himself. The song was called The Lamentation on the Price of the Pig, and it was collected up in Monaghan from a man called Eddie Sweeney, I think. But there's also a really good recording of Tim Lyons singing this song, but it's The Lamentation on the Price of the Pig. In the year 29, when the weather was fine, sure I straight made me way to the sweet fair and trim, for to sell a fine swine, sure it was my design. She was plump, fat and fine, and complete in each limb. This pig was as mild as a lamb or a child. You could whip her all over the world with a twig and a truth for to tell. Sure, I sold her quite well. £3.10 was the price that I got for my pig. I clasped the cash to my thigh, saying I'll drink by and by. To the street I did fly like a sporting young buck, when a handsome young dame who belonged to the game, she straight up to me came to be sure for good luck. She gave me a wink to go in for a drink, inveigled me up to dance Venus's jig, and at the wheel round, sure she dropped a hand down, and she left me quite scarce of the price of my pig. Much like a man in despair, when I missed my fair share, I went tearing my hair, seeking her up and down. Every corner and lane I did search for in vain, but a sprig of this dame sure could never be found. When catch her her I surely will kill. This I swear by each hair in Lord Norbury's wig. Till the day that I die, my revenge I will cry upon the jade that did rob me the price of my pig. On to Navan next day, sure I straight made me way, for I heard people say that this dame had been seen. But when I got there, having some time to spare, I soon wetted my care with a drop of potheen. The first to come in, it was Tatter Jack Flynn, and we danced a few steps of a nice double jig. Says I, by and by, I will soon cast me eye upon the jade that did rob me the price of my pig. Oh, by Tara, by Screen, by the Bog of Armine, by John Paddy McGee, by the High Hill of Hope, by the church, by the bells, by the great Book of Kells, for to swear any more, don't you know I am loath. If the Lord of Mayo had but heard of my woe, I'm sure he would come in a chaise or a gig, and we'd search Ireland round till this dame could be found, and then we'd clap her and pound for the price of my pig. Well now, since it's so, then it's homeward I'll go. My shuttle I'll throw, and from drink I'll refrain. I will stick to my loom while my youth is in bloom, and I'll never be caught by a strumpet again. Sincerely I swear, and I swear I'm sincere, not a week will go by, nor a month, nor a year, till I have satisfaction upon that transaction, all of this bad action that cost me my pig.
Fantastic. Right. There's tea and coffee there. We're going to take a wee break for 10 minutes and have a chat, and we'll have more from the Bowl, Ian Lynch, and many more in the second half. Brilliant stuff. One more time for Ian, everybody. Where's the other microphone? Catherine. Let's actually leave this here, and I'll grab the other one. That's a sandwich. Right, I believe we are live again. Falche Arash, everybody. We're going to get some nice songs from the Zoom. But before that, let's kick off in the room. As local as we can have him. Mr. Connor Sweetman, what will you do for us?
Come, errand sons and daughters, your attention now I crave, till I relate the praises of an Irish girl so brave, who fought the German's daughter for the laurel she long wore, and nobly she did box with her upon Columbia's shores. It was on the 21st of May, just as the sun did rise. These manly muscled females some thousands did surprise. Along the rails by special trains they hastened to the ground, and the Germans swore the Irish girl could never stand one round. When arriving at the ring, Jane Murphy she did say, I'm glad to see my country boys and country girls today. I hope to gain upon this plain a win for Erin's Isle, and thrash the German Fraulein in rare old Irish style. These women then stepped to the ring, their science to display. Frocks off, shook hands, 'twas box to box, fists flew without delay. First round to date was fought complete, when Jane she met the ground, and the German party all cried out, we've won the first knockdown. So a time of trial came, but Jane she stood her ground. A savage might came to her fight all through the second round. The German girl fought actively, but as the round came to a close, down slap bang went the blondie, one spewing claret from the nose. So the German won the first knockdown, but Jane the first blood drew, which won $300 from that boasting German crew. Third, fourth, and fifth rounds went on well, when Jane her left let fly. She floored the Fraulein on the grass and closed up her left eye. Well, the German girl turned savage-like when twice she was knocked down. But Jane, she fought her close and clean up to the 11th round, when the German dame with a sneaky box, poor Jane she did surprise. She lay for half a minute still, she's dead were all our cries. But the seconds brought her to her feet, back to the fight she went. Both girls by now disfigured from prize-fighting punishment, when the German party then cried out, we'll bet yous 5-3 that upon the 12th or 13th round she'll have her victory. 12th round came next, with the Germans vexed, for their woman went to grass. Her eye so sore she could fight no more, her strength was failing fast. To Jane she handed up the belt and $2,000 bright. She'll remember Jane from Ireland the day she came to fight. So come, Aaron, sons and daughters, raise up a flowing glass. Drink a health to our Jane Murphy, our valiant Irish lass, who fought the German daughter with a strength and sinew keen, and who wears her boxing champion's belt clasped round her jacket green.
Go!
Okay.
Catherine, would you like to do as we move around the room. We need the gender balance, you know, and
Oh, right.
the stalwarts of the session here.
What do I think? When first we met, complete awkward strangers, we didn't know if we would be friends. How soon it came for to know each other, and now I know we will meet again. So here's to you and our time together. I will share with you a parting glass, and I'll bid adieu with some smiles and laughter. Our time apart will be short and pass. We spoke of dreams and a new tomorrow, of yesterdays and its deep despair. We've had our share of love and sorrow, and now we part as friends who care. So here's to you and our time together. I will share with you a parting glass, and I'll bid adieu with some smiles and laughter. Our time apart will be short and pass. A long, long road now it lies before me, and fate will take me where it will. But through the valleys and over mountains, I will not forget, but remember you still. So here's to you and our time together. I will share with you a parting glass, and I'll bid adieu with some smiles and laughter. Our time apart will be short and pass.
Oh, Captain. Lovely stuff. Drove me in at a store. Thank you so much. Now, from the record holder for attendance to the first time singer of the session, go on, Pruntius, Machwil Tillia, Francis Flood. What are you going to sing?
County Down.
Lovely stuff. Take it away.
When you're out walking and there's no one near you, but a voice is calling and you hear your name. It's not the leaves or the whispering breezes. It's me that's calling you back again. Oh, can you hear me? Oh, can you hear me? As you roam through lonely London town. When evening's falling, you'll hear me calling. Come on home now to the county down. Do you remember the fiddlers playing the songs and stories the whole night long. 'Tis a little then that you thought of leaving. It seems so strange now that you are gone. Oh, can you hear me? Oh, can you hear me? As you roam through lonely London town. When evening's falling, you'll hear me calling. Come on home now to the county down. The fish are dancing in Clanroy River. The teams are sporting in Old Glenvale. My heart no longer can lead the cheering. When you're not playing, it's a different game. Oh, can you hear me? Oh, can you hear me? As you roam through lonely London town. When evening's falling, you'll hear me calling. Come on home now to the county down. I'm always thinking that things are changing and that they're building a factory tall, and young ones needed again in Newry. But I still need you the most of all. Oh, can you hear me? Oh, can you hear me? As you roam through lonely London town. When evening's falling, you'll hear me calling. Come on home now to the county down. Come on home now to the county down.
Fantastic. Okay, let's pop over to the internet. Right, Cormac. Are you in Donegal? Sorry if I forget. Are you in Donegal there, Cormac? And can I ask you to unmute? You tell us where you are. Oh, hold on. I need to ask you to unmute.
Yeah, I'm in Donegal, yeah.
Oh.
I'm going to do a song called The New Island in Talanoor. Bring my smoke to mention yes, the dog king chill. Ganyela nyama wechel and none nalan wood. Kia me shamam pies and adries my answer. Mahawalerga contert the green my your mafia miles near Casuan Christi. Couple wanna kureya no when you ted and a curtain Louis Clantan sporty bay alte. Feres magandang chadu a sing family. Alicia Jama es kasuarandini. Cheerful de merle, ken cheer togo me. Lord my long elik, stort my gringen. A cheer for blue a herne, male passion one. Vi kärnan saluti, stack i glunje. Jerishi glover, space lam salau. Ad moanum far moire, da hoakama daini. Berthogu missionering, malele de hu. Rainman dares vochu, arasherish de kenche. Grieving rain, smashing cheerful natural lock my hunche, sag vel hug kiwel. Ahulam sunny is part of war than la. Sinead, the mic.
Now, the only coastline along Ireland as beautiful as Donegal is Slovenia, as we all know. So, Karen, hello, are you there?
Hi. Hi there.
How are you doing?
Fine. Happy to be again at this session. And I hope that in autumn maybe I will join you in person, if I manage. So I will sing Foggy Dew today. Okay. Fast on the glen one Easter morn to a city fair rode I, where armed lines of marching men in squadrons passed me by. No pipe that hum nor battle drum did sound its louder too. But the angel's spell over Liffey swell rang in through the foggy dew. Right proudly high over Dublin town they hung out a flag of war. 'Twas better to die 'neath an Irish sky than at Suvla or Sudelbar. And from the plains of Royal Mee strong men came hurrying through, while Britannia's sons with their long-range guns sailed in through the foggy dew. 'Twas England bade our wild geese go, that small nations might be free, and their lonely graves are by Suvla's waves, or the fringe of the grey North Sea. But had they died at Pierce's side, or fought with Cahalbrew, their names we would keep where the Fenians sleep, 'neath the hills of the foggy dew. The bravest fell, and the solemn bell rang mournfully and clear, for those who died at Eastertide in the springing of the year. And the world did gaze in deep amaze at those fearless men but few, who bore the fight that freedom's light might shine through the foggy dew. And back through the glen man, and my heart with grief was sore. For I parted then with valiant men, whom I never shall see no more. But to and fro in my dreams I go, and I kneel and I pray for you. For slavery fled, oh, glorious death, when you fell in the foggy dew. Thanks.
Now, thanks to your toe-tipping pace, we're going to get one more singer in off the Zoom. Well done, Karen. We're going to go, well, Nace is basically the Ljubljana of the M7, isn't it? Let's go over to Richard Breen. Tenuous links here. Right. How are we in Kildare, Rich? How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. I'm sure it's the same kind of cultural centre as Ljubljana anyway. Now I'm kind of in my garage here because I don't want to wake up my son, so hopefully he doesn't hear me through the floorboards. But I'll try to do a short enough song. This is what I learned from the singing of Phelim McDonagh. Give it a go. A storm McCree when you're far away from the home that you'll soon be leaving. Oh, it's many's the time by night or day that your fond heart will soon be grieving. For the stranger's land is fair and bright, and rich in its treasures gold. You'll find for the long, long ago, and the love that will never old. A storm McCree in the stranger's land, it has plenty of wealth and wailing, while gems adorn the great and grand, their faces with a hunger paling. The road it is dreary and tough to tread, and the lights of their cities they blind you. Would you turn a store to out there in the shore, and the arms of the ones who will always love you. A storm McCree when the evening's mist o'er the meadows and the mountains is falling. Won't you turn away from the throng and the mist, and maybe you'll hear a calling, for the sound of a voice that is surely mine, or one that you seldom hear calling. Oh, won't you come back soon to the arms of the ones who'll always love you? Jenny.
Come back. Well, a storm McCree, I hope you come back in September and sing some more for us. But just before we come back to our special guest, we'll get one from our friend Michael Steen. Will you do something? Grab that microphone there and take us away.
I'll sing a song. It's a version of the Lambs and the Green Hills, the Green Fields, the Lambs and the Green Hills, from singing of a singer called John Connell, and Seamus Ennis recorded it. He learned it from John Connell, called The False-Hearted Lover. One summer's evening, as the sun it sat low, one night for a ramble to the forest did go. The lads and gay lassies set up a great show for me and my false-hearted lover. For me and my false-hearted lover. When I see my love to the church go, the bride and the bridegroom, they all followed so. And I followed after with a heart full of woe, for to see my love wed to another. To see my love wed to another. When I see my love in the church stand, gold rings on her fingers and her love by the hand, oh, how I'd replace her for houses and land, although she being wed to another. Although she being wed to another. The priest on the altar, he loudly did cry, is there anyone for her? Now let him reply. I did not bid for her, I'll tell you no lie, for I knew in my heart I'd not win her. For I knew in my heart I'd not win her. When the dinner was ready, When the dinner was ready, I then got my seat. She drew her chair near me, not a bite could I eat. I loved her sweet company far better than meat, although she being wed to another. Although she being wed to another. When the dinner was over, she dressed all in white. She appeared like an angel, she would dazzle the sight. I took off my hat, and I bade her good night, like you do to all false-hearted lovers. Like you do to all false-hearted lovers. Dig my grave over, both long, wide, and deep. Put the stone to my head and the sod to my feet, and lay me down easy to take the long sleep It's the best way that I can forget her. It's the best way that I can forget her. Sinead.
On Tapianish, we'll fly over to our special guest of Lancome fame, and I know lots of people here are big fans of the wonderful podcast Fire Draw Near. If you don't know it, check it out. What a fantastic search through song histories, song cycles, everything you can think of. It's a pleasure to have you, Ian, here. What will you sing for us?
Thanks, Fergus. Well, I'm going to sing the kind of song that you don't really get much opportunity to sing outside of traditional singing sessions. And that is the class of song that is an epic historical ballad about Napoleon. Unfortunately, not that many people want to hear them, but I love singing them. So there you go.
Singing sessions for sure.
So I think I'm in the right company. But I got this one off really one of the finest singers I've ever heard, a man called Terry Timmins, who used to be around the Goaling years ago, and I found a few recordings of him in the archive. But I got this one from a recording of him. It's called Napoleon's Farewell to Paris. Farewell, you splendid citadel, metropolis called Paris, where Phoebus every morning shoots forth refulgent beams, where Flora's bright aurora advances from the Orient, with fragrant light adorning those pure shining streams. At eve, when Centaur does retire to where the ocean gilds like fire, and the universe stands to admire our merchandise in store, commanding Flora's fragrance, the fertile fields to decorate, and to illuminate the royal Corsican once more upon the French shore. My name's Napoleon Bonaparte, conqueror of nations. I have battled German legions, and I've sent kings from their throne. I've challenged dukes and earls and splendid congregations. But now they have transported me onto St. Helena's shore. Like Hannibal I crossed the Alps, the burning sands and the rocky cliffs, over Russia's hills through frost and snow, my laurels still I wore. Now I'm stranded on this island, where the rats, the devil, they would affright. But I hope to shine in armour bright throughout Europe's land once more. Some say the cause of my downfall was the parting of my consort, for to wed the German's daughter wounded my heart full sore. But the female frame I'll never blame, for they ne'er did me disdain. When they saw my sword in battle flame, it was them did me adore. But I severely felt the rod for meddling with the house of God, when icons and golden images in thousands down I tore. I then stole Malta's golden gates. I did the work of God disgrace. But if he grants me time and place, unto him I'll them restore. Now I'm in allied yoke, with fire and sword I made them smoke. I have battled Dutch and Danes, and I've surprised the Grand Signior. I've defeated Austrians and the Russians, both Portuguese and Prussians, like the great King Alexander, or proud Caesar of yore. But my gold eagles were torn down by Wellington's allied army. My troops, all in disorder, could no longer stand the fray. I was sold that very afternoon, all on the 18th day of June. Through lack of reinforcement, I was forced then for to yield. Exiled off the coast of Africa, all in the Atlantic Ocean, for to view the wild commotion and the flowing of the tides. Banished from the royal court of imperial promotion, to the French throne of glory, for to watch those billows glide. For full 3 days I stood the plain, my freedom's course for to maintain. Many thousands there I did leave slain, and covered in their gore. I never fled without revenge, nor to the allied armies cringe. But now my sword is sheathed, and Paris is no more.
Wow.
Thanks. Just glad I remembered all the words. I'll try and sing a slightly shorter one now. This is the Unquiet Grave, which I got from the singing of the great Luke Kelly. And the wind, sorry. And the wind does blow today, my love. If you few small drops of rain. I only ever had the one true love. In cold clay she is lain. I'll do as much for my own true love as any young man may. I'll sit and I'll mourn all on her grave for 12 months and a day. When 12 months and a day be o'er, a voice spoke from the deep. Oh, who is this all on my grave that will not let me sleep? 'Tis I, your own true love, who sits all on your grave. Oh, just one kiss from those clay cold lips, and that is all I crave. You crave one kiss from my clay cold lips. My breath is earthy strong. Oh, had you one kiss from those clay cold lips, your time would not be long. My time be long, or my time be short. Tomorrow or today, may God in heaven have all my soul, but I'll kiss those lips of clay. Oh, see down in yonder garden green, love, where we used to walk, the sweetest flower that ever grew, lies withered to a stalk. The stalk is withered dry, my love, and so will our hearts decay. So make yourself content, my love, till death calls you away. Thanks.
Might just have to keep it to one more. I'll
Just
take
the
this
one.
chance to thank Ian again for coming out, and all of you. I hope you do try and mark the 17th of September in your diaries. I don't know who we have, but we always have amazing guests, as you'll pay testament to. I got a message to say Rhiannon Giddens did play in this very room 15 years ago with the Carolina Drops, so it's time she got up from Limerick now and came back to us on the 17th of September. But it's absolute pleasure and really special. So, and spellbinding again tonight. So Ian Lynch, thank you so much. One more big round of applause.
Okay, I'll finish off with this song I learned from a recording of another man from County Louth, Pat Usher from Tenor. And this one's called Sweet Liberty. It was written by John Shiel from Armagh sometime in like the mid 19th century maybe, maybe a little bit later than that. But yeah, I'll sing this, dedicate this one to the memory of the Congolese man who was murdered by security guards outside Arnott's the other day. I think that's the kind of thing that happens in a society where racist rumours and lies are around to be passed around unchecked. This song is called Sweet Liberty, or The Prayer of Shields. Hey, little Irishman, am I a radical indeed, sir? A radical, I mean to die. It's my religious creed, sir. I love mankind, I do declare. My life has taught me this, sir. Oh, to some my love is quite sincere. To others it is less, sir. Sweet liberty's the thing for me, for it I ever feel, sir. And Ireland free from slavery is still the prayer of Shields, sir. A man of my religious creed, suppose he was a bad man, were I to help him in his deed, would I not be a madman? The turkey is my fellow man, the Jew the same indeed, sir. To the infidel I raise my hand and help him in his need, sir. Sweet liberty's the thing for me, for it I ever feel, sir. And Ireland free from slavery is still the prayer of Shields, sir. If man is just, it's not to me, his country or his clan, sir. The earth is all one family, from Adam all it began, sir. But he who puts oppression down, well, that's the man for me, sir. And I care not whether black nor brown, his church or country, sir. Sweet liberty's the thing for me, for it I ever feel sore, and Ireland free from slavery is still the prayer of shield sore. God damn it. Sweet liberty's the thing for me, for it I ever feel sore, and Ireland free from slavery is still the prayer of shield sore. I'm still opposed to any strife. I love sweet peace and mirth sore. I wouldn't hurt nor take the life of any man on earth sore. But still I'll try all valid means to free my native land sore, and through all Ireland's lovely plains all tyranny to ban sore. Sweet liberty's the thing for me, for it I ever feel sore, and Ireland free from slavery is still the prayer of shield sore.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Ian, Ella, for setting up the teas and coffee. Thanks for everyone at the Seamus Ennis. Thanks, Paul, for doing the cameras for the live feed, and thanks, Shane Power, for everything else. Hope to see you in September. One more round of applause for everyone who sang. Thank you so much, Ian. Thank you so much.